Hey everybody, Oregon Beach Dad here. Welcome to the land. We got a few acres. We're gonna go look for some mushrooms today. See if we can find some chanterelles and maybe even some hedgehog mushrooms. Let's go take a look. It's December 23rd, 2024. I'm trying to get some good mushrooms to go with my Christmas dinner. Let's see what we can find. That's cool. Not what I'm looking for food, but that is so neat. If anybody knows what kind of mushroom that is, please feel free to comment. There's a big pile of the same thing. They seem to have all melted away in the rain that we had. We had a lot of heavy rain, and while rain is good for mushrooms, oftentimes it just kind of melts them away if you get too much rain. As you can see, a lot of the mushrooms in this area are a little bit past their prime. Let's go see what else we got. Kind of looks like I saw a bolete possibly down here. No, I don't think so. Not a bolete. Not sure what that is. We don't need anything we're not 100% sure of when we pick mushrooms. That's a rule. If you don't know for sure that it's an edible mushroom, throw it out. Don't eat it. It's not worth it. Oh, I think I see some. Alright, that's a great sign. See that right there? That's a hedgehog mushroom, and I'm going to show you how we can tell for sure. I see a couple big ones out there too. Let's get in here. Wow, yeah. Look at that one. Alright, looks like we got a couple of hedgehogs. Those are really good for you. And they're really slow growing, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna leave most of them so I can come back and get them later. One cool thing about the hedgehog mushroom, unlike a lot of the other mushrooms, they won't just melt away in the rain. Now what I'm gonna do is take a knife, slice it. Now when I harvest mushrooms, my goal is to not disturb the mycelium down there. But you see those little teeth? Very unique. In this area in the Pacific Northwest, this is the only mushroom you're gonna find that has that. So very distinguishable. This is a hedgehog mushroom. Edible, delectable, and very good for you. Let's add this to the bag. Now I'll show you guys. I actually have a couple chanterelles already. Before I started this film, I found a couple. So that's what made me want to make this. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna tuck all this stuff back in here, put a little bit of dirt on top of it, put the branches in place, protect it, and that may or may not help that spot continue to grow more. I think I'm gonna go ahead and harvest that one too, and we're gonna call it good on hedgehog mushrooms. I'm only picking for me today. Again, there's those little teeth, they're spongy little teeth. Unmistakable for a hedgehog mushroom. Looks like a bug was eating on it. That's okay. I'm gonna cover this back up. Okay. All right, now if I could just add a couple more chanterelles, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna leave that hedgehog for another meal. We're gonna leave that hedgehog mushroom for another meal. What do we have here? Got an interesting mushroom here. Not sure what it is, but we're gonna leave it. Okay. Yeah, I came straight here because this is generally where my hedgehogs grow the best, as you can see. And I actually have several that grow in the bushes in there too. I'll show you guys. These will last through spring, so if I can leave these mushrooms growing, they'll just get bigger and bigger. There you go. See the white balls right there? Those are hedgehog mushrooms in there. And that is not a hedgehog mushroom, but that is. So, and I'll show you. If I pick this, it's got gills. It doesn't have those little teeth. But we're gonna leave that hedgehog mushroom, let it get bigger. That'll be another meal down the road too. All right. Let's go see if we can find some chanterelles to go with this. Got a spot down here. Ouch. Got a stick in my face. Alright. If you're looking for mushrooms, you gotta get in the woods. That's just the way it is. Hey. What do we got there? A couple more hedgehog mushrooms. Leave those for later. Don't ever get greedy when you're picking. If you wipe a patch out, it may not come back. Looks like we've got a chanterelle there, but boy, that is old and moldy. Don't need that. This is usually a pretty good spot for chanterelles in here. So I'm gonna keep working my way into the forest, into the thicker brush where it's been a little bit more sheltered from the heavy precipitation we've been getting lately. Should be able to find some chanterelles in a little bit better condition down here. It's tricky. Hey, I think I see one. Looks like it's in good condition. Look at that. Very nice. Alright, we're gonna get in there and pick it. Yes. Alright. Now, I've been picking chanterelles for a long time, and one thing you gotta make sure is you gotta make sure these stems aren't hollow. There is such thing as a false chanterelle. This is not one of them, but it is getting a little bit on the old and mushy side. Still edible, so I'm gonna take it. Hopefully I can find something a little bit more fresh than that. That's what I mean, those hedgehogs, they'll be fine in the rain. The chanterelles here though, you see we got another one coming up down there and it's just mush. And I actually don't think that's a chanterelle. It's something else. Green blue stain. I don't think that is, I think that's a false chanterelle possibly. It's not what you guys are thinking. Okay, let's get out of here. See if we can find one or two more chanterelles, and then we'll call it good. We'll have our Christmas dinner, the mushroom portion. That's cool. Look at all those mushrooms. These kind of look like candy caps. We have candy cap mushrooms out here. They pop up around this time. They don't have a lot of nutritious value or even much mass to fill you up, but they do taste good. Candy caps do taste good, but they have a lot of lookalikes, and because of that I don't mess with them. Looks like there's some chanterelles over there. I can tell from here they're pretty mushy from all the rain. Let's take a look. That might be all right. It's tiny. Let's see here. Get the knife. Hopefully it's in decent condition. It's small, but it's food, so we're gonna add that to the bag. Yeah, since it's so small, I think I gotta get one more. I'm sorry, I gotta get one more. Now I see a couple up there. They're gonna have to be in better condition though. Otherwise, it's better just to leave them so they can spore out and continue on the life cycle. Alright, where did I pick that mushroom? I wanted to close up the hole. That's okay. Alright, let's go up here. Okay. Definitely have some older chanterelles in this area. Some of the golden chanterelles is what they call those. They're too old. Need to find something a little more fresh. Means I need to get back in the brush where it's protected from the rain. Let's see here. Look under there. Looking for any orange and yellow. Okay. Tell you what, I don't want to go back in the brush, so go down and around. Yep, a couple decent ones there, but they're just a little bit too old and mushy. Let's go down. Sorry about that loud noise. Sometimes I have some big chanterelles down here. Take a look. been a while. I'm not seeing any promising signs of any mushrooms. That's the creek down there. It's real steep. I'm gonna stay up here. We are gonna go a different direction. We're gonna go back. And we're gonna go back up. Shoot. Don't want to rip my bag. It's a good way to lose your mushrooms out here. Let's go up this trail. Oops. Sorry about that. Yep, not seeing too much for mushrooms around here. Unfortunately, not in this spot. Okay, we're gonna go back up towards where we were. I know one more spot back here. Just looking for one more good chanterelle. We'll be good. I know you guys probably can't tell in the camera, but this is a steep property. Fungus growing off the tree there. It's the jelly fungus. Stuff's cool. Don't eat it. Don't eat that stuff. There's no reason to. Probably won't hurt you, but you probably won't like it too much. Alright, let's see if we can find that last chanterelle. Fingers crossed. Cool mushroom. Not edible as far as I know. So just leave it there. That's cool. All right, let's see. We're gonna go up this trail here. Sorry, I had a little phone call there I had to take. Just a message. Okay. Alright, there's a chanterelle. It's gonna be all mushy too. Oh. Yeah, we got one, but that's just too old and mushy. Not interested. Serves a better purpose sitting there dropping spores than it does being eaten by me. Yeah, there's that old rotten one we kind of saw in the beginning there. Don't really want to cross the same ground I've already been on. Okay, there's another chanterelle under there. Let's see if we can find one. Decent one. There should be one right around here, hidden under some bushes. I'm not seeing much right here. That's cool. I love that stuff. Pretty much the trail dies there. That's the end of the trail for this area. You never know. Maybe we get lucky. We just poke right around this corner here. Find something. I don't see much. It's real thick, real steep over there. By myself, I'm gonna play it safe. Back this way. That is so cool. 3 different kinds of mushrooms growing right there. Oh, that's a conch. I love that. All right. I'm just scanning the forest looking for some orange or yellow for some more chanterelles. Straight back this way. see anything in there. Okay. This is the spot that had a few. Oh. Let me see. Yeah, they're just soaked, waterlogged little sponges. I'm not gonna bother with those. That's okay. We do have a few. Like I said earlier, no need to get greedy. I think we'll do a loop around and then I'm gonna start heading back up. Got one more little spot over here that sometimes has them. It's getting pretty late in the season for chanterelles. At least the fall variety. We do get some spring chanterelles, but a lot of times deep in the middle of the winter like this, they just slow down. What do we got here? Cool mushrooms. Let's see, anything in there? No. Not seeing much of anything. It's a dangerous area to walk through, a lot of snags in here. This is cool. This log is covered in turkey tail mushrooms. Now you don't really eat these, but people do use them medicinally. This log is covered. Alright. And as you can see, we have another log covered down here. And this is covered in oyster mushrooms. That's what those are. I don't really like them. Some people do. These are growing off of oak, and because of that, and I'm pretty sure these are oyster mushrooms. I could be mistaken. I know there's a look-alike. But I have eaten them. Didn't get sick. I just didn't like the taste of them. And as I understand, it's best to eat the ones that grow off of alders rather than the tan oak. This is a tan oak that was killed by a fungus, and that's the fungus that comes out afterwards. That's the fruiting body of the fungus that kills these oaks in here. And it's sudden oak death is the name of the disease that's killing. See the big dead patch of trees? That used to be all tan oak trees. And that disease came in here and wiped them out. You can see the dead standing trees left. A little bit dangerous in here, but I try to stay out of here if it's really windy. Alright, sorry about that. We're still at that log with the oyster mushrooms on it. The recording started over. But yeah, what I was saying is if you eat these oyster mushrooms, it's best if you eat them grown off of alders and not these tan oaks that are diseased and dying from sudden oak death here in the Pacific Northwest. It's kind of a problem. And why, you might ask? I understand that the tannins or something in the tan oak can, or tannins, they can give you kind of an upset stomach when you eat the oyster mushrooms that grow off of them. That didn't happen to me, but I didn't eat enough oyster mushrooms because I didn't like the way they tasted. Well, this is the spot that I used to have some chanterelles before, but I'm not seeing anything today. That's too bad. I'll go down a little further. What was a mushroom? A Rusula, I think. Ooh, that's slimy. You guys see that? Gross. I'll put that back. Yeah, just like that. Okay. Man, I gotta get down here to clean this up. What a mess the winter storms make. Looks like that broke. Okay, well, here we are at the end of that trail again. Squirrels are laughing at me now. Alright. I guess we're gonna head back up.